When we think of ancient Rome, we typically imagine the Colosseum or the Roman Forum. But what we're really picturing are just the above-ground portions of these ancient structures. What we aren't imagining are the vast networks of tunnels that lay hidden beneath them. The Romans used these hidden tunnels to do everything from fight deadly beasts to hold gladiatorial combat training to dispose of their waste. And some historians even believe they were part of a secret system designed to keep the population under surveillance. In this video, we'll explore the subterranean secrets lurking beneath the streets of ancient Rome. Join us as we uncover what life was like in the city's vast underground tunnels. Beneath the gladiator school today, visitors can walk among the ruins of the Colosseum, the iconic symbol of ancient Rome. They can also visit the nearby gladiator school, a place where future gladiators were trained before entering the brutal competition. But if you visit these sites today, all you'll see are crumbling pieces of rock. You won't get much of a sense for what it was like during the Roman Empire's heyday. That's because there's another level here, a subterranean level filled with passageways and rooms that were once bustling with activity. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence that the gladiator school had its own barracks, a dining room, and even classrooms where gladiators learned the finer points of combat. In fact, some historians believe the gladiators didn't just practice their fighting techniques here, but they staged full-blown mock battles, complete with chariots and wild animals. Since the Colosseum was often packed to capacity during fights, this underground training area gave gladiators a place to hone their skills away from the public eye. It's safe to say the gladiators weren't the only ones who benefited from this underground space. Historians believe the ruins and tunnels were also used to house and care for the exotic animals that fought in the Colosseum. There was no air conditioning back then, so keeping a lion cool in the summer could require an entire team of servants. Some historians believe these subterranean areas were also used for more nefarious purposes, namely keeping political prisoners before they were thrown into the lion's den. The Basilica Aemilia. Ancient Rome was built on a swamp. That's not exactly surprising when you consider the Tiber River flows right through the middle of the city. So it should come as no surprise that the city's infrastructure was state-of-the-art for its time period. For example, the Romans developed advanced aqueducts to bring fresh water into the city and a series of large arches known as the Basilica Aemilia to divert the Tiber River's floodwaters. But if the Basilica Aemilia was built over an aqueduct, then who or what was using the aqueduct? Well, that's a great question, and one that stumped historians for decades. They knew from written records that the aqueduct existed, but they couldn't find any physical evidence of it. All that changed in 1937 when excavations revealed a tunnel nearly 3,000 feet long. This tunnel ran underneath the Basilica Aemilia and connected the great Roman sewer system to the Tiber River. Archaeologists estimate that at its peak, the aqueduct carried around 2 million gallons of water each day, enough to fill the Colosseum's famous fountain and still have plenty left over. But who was using this vast network of tunnels? One theory is that the aqueduct supplied water to the baths of Caracalla, one of ancient Rome's most popular bathhouses. Other historians believe the water was used for cleaning and sanitation purposes. Given the stench of ancient Rome, it's probably a good thing the city had such an advanced waste disposal system. Catacombs of Rome. If you're visiting Rome today, you might want to pay your respects at the catacombs, an underground tunneling labyrinth that served as a burial ground for early Christians. Between the 2nd and 4th centuries, thousands of people died in the catacombs. Their bodies were buried in underground chambers adorned with colorful artwork. Some of the artwork depicted everyday scenes from the lives of ordinary Romans. Other artwork showed biblical scenes. These catacombs were a way for early Christians to honor their dead and communicate with them. They also provided a safe haven for early Christians to worship without persecution from the Roman Empire. You see, Emperor Nero had outlawed Christianity, believing it was a threat to Rome's traditional religion. As a result, Christians held their services in secret, often in the catacombs. When Roman authorities eventually discovered these secret services, they would destroy the site, scattering the bones of the dead throughout the city. To avoid further desecration, early Christians began burying their dead in underground tunnels, far from prying eyes. Over time, these underground tunnels expanded, turning into a sprawling labyrinth beneath the streets of Rome. Today, visitors can explore parts of the catacombs, including the Via Appia and San Callisto. But there are many more miles of tunnels waiting to be discovered. Some historians believe there are as many as 186 miles of underground tunnels beneath the surface of Rome. Who knows what treasures await those brave enough to venture into the catacombs? Now it's time to hear from you. Have you ever visited the catacombs? If so, let us know about your experience in the comments section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos about ancient Rome and other fascinating topics. Until next time, stay safe out there